Holy shit. We got 31 hours on this new memory card, you guys. Isn't that awesome? Considering how much I talk. Damn it. What was that? Maybe I'll just stick with that. All it takes to do what I do is just put in your mind to living a more creative life, doing what feels right at the time. Impulses usually don't have good outcomes except when you do something creative. That's really the only time. Impulses usually lead to addictive behaviors. Rewiring your prefrontal cortex. I was just reading this article about how your amygdala is reshaping through various addictions, whether it's a substance or it's the you-know-what in your pocket at all times, distracting your mind, having to think about stuff that you probably ought to be thinking about, but you stuff it down, so you don't have to keep around anything that reminds you that you're alive. Anything that reminds you that you'll probably never thrive. Well, not if you keep staring at a screen. People have rationalized everyone being a crackhead. You might as well be dead. If this is the life, yeah, this is the life, this is the life. This is the life of so many. Dude, it is so fucking busy today. I'm just gonna have to wait. No, that's the same one you've been playing, baby. Yeah, that's a sad one. That's the summer chord. Yeah, that's how you usually do it. That's interesting, like how it I mean, maybe it's not interesting. Maybe it's just a fact that, like, you know, if you take one chord and you play with another chord, how, you know, those chords can sound a certain way, and then you take that same chord, you play with something else, how it sounds completely different. It just changes the way it sounds. You know? That's just amazing to me. It probably shouldn't be, because it's not really that deep, you know? But you know that saying, it's not what you say, it's how you say it? It's very, very true, especially with comedy. Because there's so many things that I say that I know are fucking funny. Like, when I say them. But if I try to repeat it on stage, it's not going to be funny. Because, like, my delivery involves context that is way too complicated for me to do in like a 4 or 5 minute set, you know? I'm not gonna waste my time. Sometimes that makes me sad though, because I got a lot of good material, but I know that it would take me too much time to do it, so I'd rather just say important things than be funny. That's me. Well, there aren't enough people saying important things. There are plenty of people just saying the same shit. Like, they wanted to blame Donald Trump for that, you know, for like killing comedy or whatever. But it wasn't his fault that everybody decided to become lame all because he was president, you know? People don't know how to not react. But it's because their brain has been rewired through the technology. So now they behave like drug addicts. They don't have a choice. You know? That's why they say that addiction is a disease. Because it alters your brain. But it's not a fucking disease. They call everything a disease so they can medicate people. Or they can convince people to just label themselves a certain way. But you can't prove that something's a disease. Like, you really can't. A disease would present like a physical manifestation, you know? Like, but like, if you can just call anything a disease because it's uncomfortable or it involves bad behavior, then literally anything could be a disease, you know? Like, say I were to crash this car again. Say I were to crash it, I could just say, oh, I have a disease, you know, I'm a bad driver. Or just a woman, but you know, you could just blame anything on this bogus idea that there's something wrong with you, when that might not be the case, you know. It's just, it might just be a circumstantial thing, or, you know, you might just be going through a phase, or you might just be inexperienced, you know. So the reason I hate how they call everything a disease, oh, it's 420. Happy time, happiest time in the world. Yeah, like, the reason they call everything a disease is to conflate everything, so nothing means anything anymore. And then anybody can say anything. But I remember thinking that, like, the whole time that I was going to AA meetings, I was like, this isn't really a disease. And then I kept getting into arguments with people. So I was like, why don't you just stop going to this cult?